Welcome, my name's Luke Smith, and I'm passionate about doing real estate deals. I'd like to tell you about one I recently found and am studying, and I'd just like to show you this deal and see if you like these kinds of deals. So this one is a vacant Burger King. It's in Kansas City, Missouri, and it's got some land next to it. I posted this property recently on a little website I've been working on, Reverse Deal Finder. You can get more information. There's a link below to take you to more information about that website. And so there's a half dozen deals like that posted on the website right now, or like this one that the members are picking through and saying, Luke, I want to do this deal with you. Let's go work on it. Let's make it happen. So if you're interested in working with me and doing deals, this is an example of one of the ones that's on the board right now with the guys and gals that are interested in doing deals with me. So I just posted this one. Let's go through it. This is a just example vacant Burger King. So vacant Burger King, the address is, it's on the screen, 4001 Blue Ridge Cutoff in Kansas City, Missouri. It's right next to the stadium. It's the same exit as the stadium. It's got a link here. Put a link in the description of this to get back to it on Crexy, or if the links don't work, you can look up that address, Crexy.com's website that this one's on. And I'm saying this is a vacant Burger King with some extra land next to it. I think I'm a land guy. I always like studying land and figuring out who can use the land, right? So this Burger King's got some land next to it. It was built in 2017, so it's a pretty fresh Burger King. It went out of business during COVID times, and it didn't reopen. And the operators left the building, and it's sitting there. It's vacant, and we could put somebody else in the building. So we could buy it as a vacant building, but we could find somebody else that wants to use this. Wants to use this building and go in here and change it from a Burger King into a Kentucky Fried Chicken or something like that. Looking at the income in a mile or so around this thing, it's pretty low. And then I look at it in a 3 mile radius, it's pretty good. So right up close, there's probably some apartment buildings or something that's dropping the incomes, but a little bit further out, people are making pretty good money. They can afford to shop at these kinds of restaurants. And there's a lot of traffic going right by here. There's a freeway just to the north, and it just goes pouring through. Let me see if I could pull a picture up here on the screen as an example. So there's a freeway going by Interstate 70, and the turnoffs are right here, and the major stadiums, Kansas City Chiefs and stuff's like right across the street. So there's a Taco Bell to the south. There's a British Petroleum gas station right there. It's like 3 lanes coming and going right past this thing. There's a good deal of traffic that goes by here, even when the stadium's not happening. It goes into the neighborhoods below. But there's the Burger King, and then north of the Burger King is some vacant land. There's vacant land with parking, and it's all set up and ready. I mean, we could add another shop in there. We could have put a Starbucks or some kind of coffee shop or some kind of fast food shop. Or there's a lot of different brands that could go next to a Burger King. Just think about what's next to the Burger King in your local town. That brand might work here, right? Um, and so studying this one, I thought that was interesting because we could make a sales pitch on this property and say, hey, there's the vacant Burger King with here's the Kansas City Arrowhead Stadium in the background, and the Kansas City Royals Stadium in the background right across the street. This vacant Burger King could be all these other brands. We could reach out to these other brands. I've got their contact information. I've talked to lots of them, done deals with numerous of them. And we could say, let's rework this shop and turn it into your colors and your design and your layout, and you can go make business off of the shop. It's pretty new. 2017 it was built. It doesn't need major system renovations or anything. It needs a lipstick. It needs a change of color. It needs maybe a kitchen layout change to the whatever it is that the new shop is selling, and open the doors for business, and they're up and going. So we can not only pitch to those people that would want to use the shop, but we could pitch to people that would want to use the land. And we could get one or the other to happen, hopefully both of them at the same time, but one or the other would pay the bills, and then the second one, whichever one's left over, would be the gravy, right? And so I like those kinds of deals. I'm studying this thing. I found it on Crexy. I'm just saying I found it on Crexy. It's been on Crexy for 2 months or something. There's lots of these deals, maybe even 3 months, 2 or 3 months. There's lots of these deals on the market. The market's littered with these kinds of deals. I teach people how to find these deals, how to work on these deals, how to make the offers, how to find the tenants, how to do the paperwork, how to piece the deals together, how to finance them, how to make them happen, and how to go sell them in the marketplace. So if you're interested in doing these kinds of deals with me or learning how to do these kinds of deals alongside of me, learning from me and the other people I'm doing this with. Hit the link in the video below and in the description below, and follow through. Follow through the path from there and see where it takes you. um, I pulled this up, and this software is a different piece of software that talks about the land, and just looking at the land in different ways and maps of where the property lines lay out. Here's that Taco Bell to the south, and here's that Burger King with the extra land. I mean, a lot of the Burger Kings that are for sale on the market don't have the extra land, and some of them are the same kind of price and don't have the same land. This one was asking a good deal. It's asking 1.125, a million, one and a quarter. It's a good chunk of money, but it's a pretty fresh new building. It doesn't need a whole lot of work either. So that's part of the price tag, and the land that's next door. Now I think people haven't picked this one up, and I'm sure this one was on the market before. I saw it, I'm sure, with a different broker months ago, maybe even a year ago. It's been on the market for a while. It's been going, they've been trying and trying. Different people have been trying it, but they haven't been figuring it out. And I think they've been looking at stuff like this Taco Bell that's down here just next to it. I started looking at the Taco Bell when looking at this thing here recently, and I was looking at the Taco Bell, and they're getting like a 38 percentile kind of traffic score on this Taco Bell. We're looking at cell phone traffic, how many people are visiting these locations, these neighbors, and this one is a 38 percentile. That's not very good. You want it to be in the top, 5, 10, 15, 20 or something. That's where people want to build next door and grow like crazy. But this is the only real shop that's next door to get quotes off of. And so if everyone's just looking at this Taco Bell and saying this area is no good, maybe it takes a different look. I was looking at the Taco Bell and I started pulling up the reviews, and the reviews are horrible. These are like some of the reviews that guys make on YouTube and make a joke out of going to try some of the restaurants with the worst reviews in the country. My kids love those videos. They're fun to watch, right? Like, my food is cold and soggy. I ordered this quesadilla soft. So they show a picture of their food and it just comes out like horrible. And they're all frustrated. And they're just like, I'm not going back. And then they complain about not getting enough sauce. I mean, half the reviews on this thing are not getting the sauce. So the Taco Bell, they're not giving out enough sauce. And maybe that's why this area is not working for numbers. No one else is taking off of this property, because there's a bunch of traffic here off the freeway that can go to this what is now branded as a Burger King. Could be, you name it. I mean, we could put all kinds of things in here. Put a Del Taco in next to the Taco Bell. They'd probably do really well if they give out enough sauce, so people would probably start coming back and go there instead, and business could take off. The beautiful thing is we could pitch Del Taco and 100 plus other brands that could go there, pay the rent to use that kind of shop, and another different 100 brands that could use the land north of it, and it only takes one of them. We get one of them to agree and run with it, and we got a deal. And so I love that kind of business. I love figuring that out. I love working on it. If you're interested in that, hit the links below, follow through, and check out how I'm working with people on these kinds of deals. I've got deals on the board right now. There's a half dozen deals on the board, kind of like this one, that people haven't, checked off and said, I want to work on that one with you yet. And so I think there's room for more people in the group. I think there's room for 2 more people in the group. If you're one of those 2 people and you make it through the cutoff, that's great. Go hit the button and sign up. Hope to see you on the other side. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Luke Smith. See you in the next one.